I'm back for part 4, attempting part 4. I'm trying to gear these so guys at home, you can make tools. Right now, the only tool we've used is our hands and a little bit of water. We've used plastic to keep it covered, and we found a small board that we can set our piece on. So I've got mine sitting on that piece of foam core we talked about earlier. But now I want to try to deal with the outside of my bowl. I want to try to smooth it out. So I was thinking, in-house, when you're here in the studio, you're going to have access to the red rubber ribs that we use to smooth out. But if you're at home, you don't have a red rubber rib. So what could we make at home to substitute for a red rubber rib? Now, I'm going to try this. I've not done it before. If it doesn't work, you'll never see this video. We'll come up with something else. I'm going to take a soda pop bottle, and I'm using not a water bottle, because the water bottle, when I looked at those, they were really soft. But this has a little more oomph to it. So I'm going to attempt to cut this and use the center section here in the bottle underneath the tag. It seems to be smooth underneath there. I don't have any ripples in the plastic. This should be enough to make a couple of red rubber ribs. Peel the label off, and now I've got a small piece of plastic. I'm going to cut this in the shape of a rib, rounded, nice clean flat cut on one side, and the other side is rounded nicely. So now I have a form that's curved at the top and flat at the bottom, just like our red rubber rib. Now, I'm going to make sure there's a little bit of moisture on the piece, and I'm going to, from the bottom, work my way up the side walls. It looks like it's working pretty well, and I can take a lot of the dents and bumps out of the piece using this homemade rib. Keep the tool clean. Clay sticks to clay, so if it starts getting clay built up on it, just take it off. Now this wants to curl around my fingers, so I'm (7:30) Monday morning. We're not in school because it's Labor Day. I am wrapping it around my fingers to keep it opened up when I'm using the piece. So I will continue to spin the piece and rake from the bottom up. The bottom happens to be the lip of the bowl because it's upside down right now. And after I've gone all the way around with that, I can evaluate how it looks. And if I need to come back in, again, with a moist thumb and blend a little bit, smooth that a little bit more, I certainly can. But it looks like that homemade rib is smoothing things out fairly decent. So, step 4, make a rib out of a piece of plastic. What would work really well would be like a laundry detergent bottle, a fabric softener bottle. They're a little bit thicker plastic, a little bit softer plastic. Might work better than this, but the soda pop bottle did work fairly well. I can smooth that out as best I can, come back in with my thumb and smooth out. Step 4, pretty simple. Dealing with the exterior of the bowl. Using a homemade rib if you're at home, a red rubber rib if you're at school, smooth it out. We're gonna deal with the foot ring and the lip at a later time. There's 4. See ya.